I'm waiting for the chance. Hot potato is tickling my fancy. Speak up, I can't hear you.
Hi friends and Mavericks, I'm Teddy LaRose. Welcome to the Wild Wild Life in the kitchen. Today we're going to do something simple. One of my favorites, I tend to go for the simple favorites, like snowballs in case you watched that video. Today we're going to do Scottish shortbread. It has 3 ingredients, I think. First of all, preheat the oven, and we're going to do 375 today. Okay, that means you won't have to wait. You have your nice square and you've oiled it one way or another. And over here we have room temperature butter, 2 sticks, that's a cup. Now see, if I hadn't already oiled that, I'd use these guys. Don't oil your decorations. Okay, right? Easy peasy. All right then, now we need, see, I always have the ingredients list over here, and we're talking about 1 cup of butter soft, 1/2 cup of white sugar. And so this isn't exactly what you'd call classic white sugar. It's got a little bit more of a coarse texture, but it's nice, it's organic. It seems to work pretty much exactly like the granulated sugar. Little less than a cup because that's kind of sweet. Now, most people call for salted butter for this. So this is unsalted butter. So this looks like a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to put a scant 1/4 teaspoon in there. All right, now you can get your hands in there, get all greasy, or you can do this a bit. See? And what I'm going to do is do this a bit, and then we're going to come back and look at what I've done in a minute. Okay guys, I essentially smashed this together. This does not have to be creamed together, just mixed together. Creamed, they sometimes call for it with cakes. With this, you just get it mixed together, not over mixed. Then, luckily, you've got a place to put your fork, which is those butter containers. And now, we're going to add the flour. 2.5 cups all together, but not all at once. This is a trick I've found and haven't tried before. So that's 1 cup. And I'm going to go ahead and use the fork at first, just because I get so greasy. And what you want here is you don't have to overmix this either. You can see it's very buttery here. Okay, see? 2.5, yes, so make sure, because there's 1. And then you're just going to not add it all at once. Add it by, little at a time. So I added a whole cup at first. Then I've added 1/2 cup. This will make it easier on you. Another 1/2 cup. And I just have 1/2 cup left after that. You'll probably want to be a little bit more accurate at home. The first time. But actually it's a very flexible thing. Okay, there we go. Here's the last bit. Dump it in. Okay, now I'm probably going to put my hand in here to get it to come together more. But before I put my hand in there, I'm going to get the pan so that once it's ready, it goes right in. Okay, so in the same, now you see it looks a lot like if you watched one of our earlier videos, which was apple crisp. It's a lot like a crisp topping, only it's a little oilier, not a lot oilier. Now, so if your butter, depending on how room temperature you are, will be holding it together differently. This is kind of a cool room temperature today, but you see how it's starting to bind together? Okay, now here's the deal. You don't want it to overmix. So if it's not coming together for you anymore, like a ball that you could roll out, then don't mind. Just stuff it in here like that. Okay, now the shortbread is usually kind of thick. I mean, classically. We're not talking your 1/4 inch deal here, even 1/2 inch. We're going to go for deeper. That's about 1/2 inch. Go ahead and press. It's not 3/4 of an inch, but this is how I make it. I like it about like this. This is 1/2 inch. Then you don't have to, have a huge bite around there. Okay, now a lot of people will cut it first, and some people actually poke it with the fork. We're gonna try that today. I don't always do that. So this looks like, how about squares? Since we're in a square pan, and you can see I didn't use all of it. That would be a great crumble topping for if you did bars. That we've done some apple bars, fantastic. Okay, so now that may or may not hold when it starts cooking. And now we're gonna, see, now that's not pressed enough. Go ahead and, if you're, so. We'll see about this. Nope. Okay, not gonna mind. Didn't mind before. When this comes out and is still warm, the index of yore, then cut it before it cools down. And you can fork the holes in there too. It's sort of like, because of the texture, well, there you can see, look, there we go. You can do a little of that, but if it's pulling up, it's gonna melt when you put it in there. So it's just a mess. I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, and when that's hot, I'm gonna put it in for 25 to 30. Keep a little bit of an eye on it. It can start to get brown around the edge and then get hard. Don't cook it too long. I'd say 25 is probably good. Bye guys, thank you for coming by.